I have too much stuff.
That's why we should get a gift.
I have no hands for beer.
Welcome back to the Happy Hour, guys, and it's time to talk local. That's right, it's farm to table. What does that mean for us today? We're talking locally sourced organic food paired with craft beer.
Gorgeous. All right.
It's the land of the goddess.
Welcome back to the Happy Hour, guys. We are here in the Farm to Table Pavilion, which is one of the elements of the Great American Beer Festival that we've been particularly excited about, because you know that we care about conservation, locally sourced food, craft beer, giving back to the community. That's what this is all about. It's about taking locally sourced food and pairing it with carefully crafted beer. It's 2010. It's time to take the beer out of the fridge in the garage and put it on the dinner table where it belongs.
Seriously, folks, if you don't believe that fancy food can pair well with fancy beer, get a load of this menu.
And here we have an heirloom turkey quesadilla. Heirloom turkey with a goat cheese and a pico de gallo. And they paired it up with Sweetwater's Imperial Stout. And again, remember, this is all locally sourced, all farm to table. So this is all as close to the source as you can get, unless we were eating this on the farm. If it's possible to feel like you're having Thanksgiving dinner in a quesadilla, I just had it with goat cheese. That is amazing.
Some other rides in this carnival of taste sensations included the smoked trout with tomatillo chutney, which was paired with a Rogue Juniper Pale Ale, and a BLT that was made with 1050 cured bacon, heirloom tomatoes, house-made aioli, and was paired with an Oscar Blues 1050 Imperial Stout. Goodness! Then there was this little number.
It's Colorado ground lamb from Triple M, and we are doing basil pesto, goat cheese, pine nuts, balsamic, and microgreens that are from Colorado too.
Tell us a little bit about the beers and why you chose the specific beers with this specific dish.
Well, we're with the Ninkasi, and it's a little bit more herbaceous. We wanted to pair something up like Colorado lamb, because we're doing something that's local, and show that you can actually do a lighter beer, herbaceous beer, still with lamb, which is more of a hearty flavor.
Yeah. If you were going to say something to people out there watching this about cooking food and pairing it with beer, what would you say? Just simple tips.
Yeah, the first thing is that you should, taste the beer and look for the flavor profiles that you think that are in there. Then you should think about what foods pop into mind. And whatever those foods pop into mind, that's usually what you should create or maybe expand on. That's exactly what I did with this dish. And then maybe stretch it just a little bit, and the lamb here is actually stretching it. Just be like a 3-year-old. I always say, just put things in your mouth in small quantities and taste them together, and then once you put them all collectively, they'll speak to you. They'll tell you if they go or not.
All right. You're allowed to play with your food as long as you...
Encouraged. Play with your food a lot.
As long as you match it up with beer. Thank you so very much.
This is delicious stuff. And again, changing all the rules. Beer, pairing with food.
I am the chef instructor for Culinary School of the Rockies Culinary Arts program. This is actually our farm to table program. So all these students last week were in the North Fork Valley of Colorado working on farms, cooking with local products, which now they're able to come down here to the Beer Fest and put all this food out for the patrons here. So all Colorado food. So
what is your thought or philosophy, if you have one, about pairing beer with food, and where do you see it heading? I know it's exploding in popularity right now, which we think is beyond good.
I totally agree with that, and this has actually been good for us because this is our second year doing the Farm to Table Pavilion, and we've actually had been able to add the beer aspect to our curriculum now.
Oh, wow. So
we used to teach strictly just wine. With the explosion of beer and food, we've actually added it to our curriculum. So it's fantastic for the students to have both the wine and the beer knowledge.
One thing Chef Armstrong also mentioned was that the rules for cooking with wine are quite steeped in tradition, but the rules for cooking with beer, well, there really are no rules, which allows these folks to really think out of the box and have fun. So we'll see you guys next week. But before we go, for dessert, a buttermilk panna cotta with Colorado berries paired with New Holland's Dragon's Milk Imperial Stout. Oh yeah!
it's a video camera, Jimmy. We've been using it for years.
Oh, right.
Remember?
Thank you.
That's what we make our show on.
Speak into the microphone, Mark. Into the microphone.
That's
No. Yeah, no.